Hello everyone, I am Brian Robin Santiago and we are the Four Musketeers and welcome to part 2 of our Endless Runner game tutorial series. In this episode, we are going to help you create the player movement and the controls. So let's jump straight into Unity and let's get started. Here in Unity, we have already created a simple ground, player, and we have added scripts as well. But if you're still wondering how to make a Unity project, here's how to do it. Click on the New Project button and select Universal 3D. And for the Unity version, we have three versions: 6000, 2022, and 2023. But for now, we will select the 6000 version. After that, you can rename your file project to your personal preference. After that, you can select where to place your own project. Once done, just simply click Create Project. Here's the Unity setup. On the left, we have the Hierarchy tab, wherein you can make a game object, player, platforms, and more. As you can see, we have created a few game objects that will make up our game. On the far right, you can see the Inspector tab, wherein you can add components or scripts onto the game object. On the bottom, you can see the Project tab, where you can see all of the things that we added into the game, such as assets, scripts, and more. In the middle of the screen, you can see the Scene tab. This is where you can edit, position your game objects wherever you want. Beside it, you can see we've added a phone simulator. This is because we're going to implement the game into an Android phone. But let's save that into the future. Once we play the game, as you can see, the player capsule can move left and right and jump, and at the same time, the camera follows the player. So, how to do it? On the Hierarchy tab, right-click and create an empty game object, and let's drag it onto the top and rename to Camera Holder. And next, we will create a camera. Right-click and then Camera, and rename to Camera 2. There we go, and let's place it inside of our camera holder game object. Since we have already created a camera holder, let's just delete the one that we just created. We've added a camera player script onto the camera holder game object. And let's open Visual Studio. As you can see, we made a simple script that the camera will follow the player. Feel free to pause the video to take a look at the script. Once we hit the play button, as you can see, the player or the camera will follow the player. And you can also see that the player capsule is also jumping and changing directions. So let's learn that. In the Hierarchy tab, right-click and create empty and rename to player. And then we will add a tag to the player. And then create another empty game object and rename to player model. Since we have created one, let's delete it. And as you can see, we have a player capsule collider and rigid body to our player. And let's attach the script into the player model game object and drag the rigid body of the player into the inspector of the player model. Feel free to pause the video to take a look at the code. In this script, the player moves forward automatically using rb.movePosition, with the speed variable determining how fast they progress through the level. Lane changes are detected through left or right swipe gestures, updating the current lane value and smoothly transitioning the player position using vector3.lerp. For a natural movement effect, jumping is triggered by an upward swipe but only if the player is on the ground, which is verified using physics.raycast. When the jump is performed, a force is applied to the rigid body allowing player to leap over obstacles. These combined mechanics create an intuitive and responsive control system, ensuring smooth and immersive player movement in an endless runner style game. Once we hit the play button, we can see that our player is successfully moving left and right and jumping. And that wraps up of our part 2. In the next part, we'll focus on the development of the random level generator. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out the next part of the series. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.